Welcome to another lesson as part of your free 6-day mini course. In the last lesson, I taught you how to arrange your store for maximum conversions and to establish trust with your customers. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to drive more sales from your existing traffic. And if you recall from the very first lesson, I talked about the 4 pillars of successful e-commerce. Pillar number 1 was getting your customers to trust you, and pillar number 2 is retain your customers. Now, when someone lands on your site, the average conversion rate of all of e-commerce is around 2%. And what that means is that 98% of your visitors aren't going to buy on their first visit. And in this day and age, with all the different things grabbing our attention left and right, visitors often require 4 to 8 touch points before they are ready to buy. And as a result, you need a way to bring customers back over and over and over again until they are ready to buy. Because the first time they encounter your store, they might not be in the mood to shop. And the only way to catch them when they are in the mood to shop is to keep in constant contact with the customer. All right, and so how do we do that? Well, one really great way of keeping in touch with the customer is through email. Now, there's going to be 3 sequences that I'm going to be talking about today to bring customers back. The first one is called an abandoned cart campaign. And the way this campaign works is it's activated when a customer starts the checkout but does not complete the process. And believe it or not, this happens all the time. Just the other day, I was shopping for something on Amazon, and what ended up happening is my daughter needed some help somewhere, and then all of a sudden I forgot to complete my purchase. And later on, Amazon sent me an email to remind me to complete my purchase, and I went ahead and did it. Otherwise, I might have lost track and might have forgotten about it. Another campaign which I'm going to talk about today is the pre-purchase sequence. When someone lands on your site, it is in your best interest to try to grab their email right away so that you can send an autoresponder sequence to them and keep in touch with them for as long as it takes until they are ready to buy. And all these sequences that I'm going to be showing you today are set it and forget it. Now, we just talked about how an abandoned cart sequence works, but a really good abandoned cart sequence consists of 2 to 3 emails, and in general, this will convert your sales at around 10 to 30%. And I just wanted to show you what my abandoned cart sequence looks like. The first email goes out after 4 hours, and it converts at 10.5%. And then 48 hours, I send another reminder email, and that one converts at 2.4%. And then finally, after 72 hours, I send another reminder email, only if they haven't completed checkout yet, and that converts at 6%. And this entire sequence can actually be improved upon with a coupon code that you offer on the very third email. Now, here's what a typical abandoned cart email looks like for my store. We noticed that you started the checkout process but did not quite finish the process. And what's key here is that I show them the exact picture of the product that they had in their shopping cart when they were checking out. And as soon as they click on this big blue button, they're instantly taken to checkout with a pre-populated shopping cart ready to go. And that's why this sequence converts really well. Now, I wanted to show you exactly how to set this up, assuming you have a Shopify store. And the tool that I use for all of my email campaigns is called Klaviyo, and Klaviyo is actually responsible for over 30% of my revenues. So I'm going to show you how to set up an abandoned cart campaign and a pre-purchase sequence using Klaviyo, and it's super easy. And this demo is going to start on my blog, which is located at mywifeputherjob.com. And I want you to scroll down, and I want you to click on this Klaviyo button. And this is going to take you to Klaviyo, where you can install an account for free. And you get up to 250 free subscribers upon signing up. All right, so I'm just going to go here to Klaviyo. And what I want you to do is go ahead and sign up. And once again, it's free. And if you sign up now, you can follow this tutorial along with me step by step. All right, so I already went ahead and created an account. So I'm just going to go ahead and log in to my account here, because it's essential that you be logged in, and it makes the whole installation process so much easier with Shopify. Okay, so this is my account. There's nothing in it. Now, the next thing that you want to do is you want to go over to your Shopify store and go into the admin screen. All right, so this is just a test store that I put up. It's called Klaviyo Test 123. And I'm going to go to the App Store, and I'm going to find the Klaviyo app. And what this app does is it links my Shopify store to Klaviyo within a click. So I'm going to click Get, and I'm going to click on Install App. And because I'm logged into Klaviyo and Shopify, it automatically links everything without me having to do a single thing. All right, and just like that, my Shopify store is automatically linked to my Klaviyo email account. Now, here's where it gets fun. This is what the Klaviyo interface looks like as soon as you log in. And I'm going to show you how to create a very simple abandoned cart campaign. So I want you to click on Flows, and Klaviyo actually automatically creates these canned campaigns, and abandoned cart just happens to be one of them. Now I'm going to click on this campaign, and you'll find that the guts of it are already created for you, and the actual images from Shopify and everything are automatically imported to these emails that are going to be sent out. Now the one thing about Klaviyo is that it knows every single purchase that has occurred on your site, and if that person happens to be in your database, it can track every single product that person has looked at as well. Okay, and so the way the abandoned cart sequence works is that when someone starts checkout, it fires this sequence. But here's what's cool. As soon as someone purchases anything, they're instantly taken off of the sequence and they won't get the remainder emails in the system. Okay, and so this is really powerful because Klaviyo knows exactly the journey of the customer. So in the event that they make a purchase, this entire flow is canceled, but as long as they haven't made a purchase, they get the remaining 2 emails. Okay, and Klaviyo has already set this up for you as soon as you create your account. So the abandoned cart is just a matter of clicking on activate and then you're ready to go. Since we're already in the Klaviyo interface, I thought I'd show you another sequence that's already automated that Klaviyo provides, and that is called the browse abandonment flow. And this one is very similar to the abandoned cart flow, except people will get an email if they've looked at a product and left your store. Okay, and as long as that person is in your database somehow, whether through any sort of email newsletter sign up, anytime they go and browse in your shop, they don't even have to add anything to the cart, they don't even have to check out. As soon as they look at something, they'll get a reminder email to check out. Okay, and once again, both of these flows are built into Klaviyo. And once you enable these accounts, once someone shops on your store, they will already start getting these emails. Okay, and what's great about these email sequences is that they're set it and forget it. The next email sequence I want to talk about is the pre-purchase sequence. Now, when someone brand new lands on your site, remember, the industry average is 2% on the conversion rate, which means you're shedding 98% of these customers. And so when someone lands on your site, you want to be able to grab their email as soon as you can. You want to offer some sort of lead magnet. You want to offer some sort of coupon. I personally use a Wheel of Fortune pop-up, which I'll show you in a second. And then after that, as soon as they're signed on, you should send them along an email sequence that nurtures them along. And here's the theory here. When customers first land on your site, they might not be ready to buy right away. But as long as you keep in touch with them through email and keep your store as part of their mind share, then when they are ready to make a purchase, they will think about your store. All right, and as I just mentioned, this is actually the pop-up that I use to get people to sign up. It happens as soon as they land and they get the ability to spin the wheel for valuable prizes in our shop. And when I actually implemented this sign-up form, conversions went up 131%. Now, implementing this Wheel of Fortune pop-up is super simple and it's actually free with a tool called Privy. All right, so I'm just going to give you guys a quick demo on how to install Privy for free as part of your Shopify store. And once again, we're going to start off at my blog at mywifequitherjob.com. And I'm going to click on this button, which will allow you to sign up for Privy for free. And if you need some of the more advanced features, there's coupon code MWQHJ will get you 15% off. All right, so I'm just going to click on this button here. And then I'm going to go ahead and sign up for Privy. Now, if you want to follow along with this tutorial, go ahead and sign up right now. And it's in your best interest to be logged in before I show you how to install Privy in Shopify. All right, so since I already have an account, I'm going to go ahead and log in here. All right, so this is what my Privy account looks like. And as soon as you sign up, I just want you to log in and that's it. Then I want you to go back to your Shopify store under apps. And if Privy doesn't show up right here on the front, you can go ahead and look in the App Store for it. But since this is already here, I'm just going to click on Privy right here. I'm going to click on the Get button. Then I'm going to click on Install App. And because I'm logged into both Privy and my Shopify store, everything is instantly linked up. All right, so now I'm going to show you how to create that Wheel of Fortune pop-up. So I'm going to click on New Campaign. And I'm going to call this Privy Wheel of Fortune. And let's see, this is fine. I'm going to click on Next Step. Click on Add Display. And I'm going to click on the Spin to Win pop-up. So I'm just going to click on this one. Choose Selected. Okay, so this is what my wheel looks like. And here's where you can actually configure it. Now, this particular one gives out coupons. And it has this nice interface here in Privy where you can enter in the coupon code that is automatically given out depending on what they land on. And you can change the labels and you can change the coupons. Everything is all done for you and it's really easy to get started. All right, so I'm just going to leave everything alone here since this is just a demo. But obviously, if you were to use this wheel for your store, you would fill out those coupon fields. So I'm going to click on Save. Under Audience Targeting, I'm going to make sure that this pop-up only shows up on my Shopify store. So I'm just going to copy the URL here, add a condition. Current URL contains my Shopify store. The reason you have to do this step is you can actually use Privy for multiple websites. And since I have this linked up to 3 websites already, I don't want this pop-up that I'm just showing you as an example to show up on some of my other sites. So I'm going to click on Save Changes. And I think that should be it. We should be ready to go. So I'm going to click Publish. And this Wheel of Fortune pop-up is active. So now let's go back to the Shopify store and see it in action. All right, so I need to go back to my store here. Okay, I'm gonna click on View Your Store. And the Wheel of Fortune pop-up is here in the lower right corner, and it should be a pop-up as well. I think I've already, here it is. This is what the pop-up looks like. And as soon as I enter in my email, it spins the wheel. And if I had set up my coupon codes properly, when I won this coupon, I would be automatically given the coupon code. Okay, and so that's how it works. Once again, Privy is free to sign up. It is very easy to implement any sort of email forms. You can implement pop-ups, you can implement any regular email forms, and it's got this really nice drag and drop interface, so you can design a form exactly the way you want it to look like. So Privy is highly recommended for doing the Wheel of Fortune pop-up or any pop-up or email form for that matter. It's much better than the default tools that Klaviyo provides. Quite frankly, the email form design tools on Klaviyo are pretty bad. All right, so that's just a demo on how to get the Privy Klaviyo combo going. Another way to return customers is through push notifications. And unfortunately, I don't have time to go through all this in depth, but push notifications are basically when you see these little notifications in your browser. Another way to get people to come back is through Facebook Messenger. There's this tool that I use called ManyChat, which allows you to create a Facebook Messenger chatbot. And if you go on my site over at bumblebeelinens.com, you'll notice this live chat window. And as soon as someone initiates a live chat, they instantly become a Messenger subscriber. And at that point, I can send them messages about my store. Now, once you have some traffic going, you can also run what is called Facebook dynamic retargeting ads. Now, this is the highest converting ad on Facebook, and it actually converts between 10 and 12x for my store. And the way it works is that you upload your entire product portfolio over to Facebook, which includes all your prices, your images, and everything. And then Facebook will actually display in the ad the exact photos that a customer was browsing at on your store. And it's because of this fact that this ad converts extremely well, 10 to 12x for my store, and up to like 16 to 20 for some of my colleagues' online stores. Another way to bring people back is to run Google retargeting ads. Works the same principle as Facebook dynamic retargeting ads, except Google ads are shown all over the web on a whole bunch of different websites. All right, and so the summary of today's lesson is that people are not going to buy on their first visit. There's only a 2% chance of that happening. As a result, you need to be able to get a hold of the remaining 98% and somehow get them back to your store through email, through Facebook Messenger, through push notifications, through retargeting ads, whatever way you can, because they require 4 to 8 touch points before they are going to buy. And so you actually have to bring them back on your site that many times before you actually make a conversion. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Keep in mind that all these lessons are just a small taste of what is contained in my full-blown course on how to start a profitable online store. And you can find this full-blown course over at profitableonlinestore.com. I offer live weekly office hours where I actually get on a live webinar every single week, and you can actually ask me your business questions in real time. I also offer 24/7 email support, and I'll actually show you and walk you through all the sequences. I'll show you all the emails that I actually run in my store, how to set up Facebook Messenger, push notifications, dynamic product ads, Google retargeting ads, basically everything that I run in my store. But stay tuned for the next lesson.